I'm Dina. This is Creative Minds Homeschool. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I've shared anything, and this is just going to be a catch up to speed on what's been going on. I really had hoped to do like every other week updates and just kind of really for the sake of remembering later on in life, but just also because there's a lot of you that I enjoy hearing from and I enjoy sharing with, but realistically it just hasn't happened. I have sat down a few times and made videos and just never turned them into a finished work. So yeah, I apologize that I just can't be consistent. This kind of is my hobby, if I'm perfectly honest, and I have not had a lot of me time, not a lot of hobby time lately. So I'm just gonna briefly kind of share what's been going on in school. I guess I'll do personal first. I will tell you, I am like struggling with Weight Watchers. I almost quit actually, and they were like, have a month free on us. I'm like, well, okay, if you want to pay for me to gain weight, better than for you to pay for it than me, because I feel like that's kind of what's been happening lately is, sorry, contacts. I've been paying them to gain weight for a good couple of months now. So just with, it started my birthday, then we had the girl's birthday, we went on a little road trip. All of that is just cake, junk food, travel food. So yeah, it has not been good weight-wise. And honestly, I just have not had the willpower and the motivation to make good choices, if I'm perfectly honest. You know, I'm the one who does the grocery shopping and brings the bad food into the house, and I'm the one who eats it a lot of the time. So, well, the kids are happy to help me eat any junk food I bring in, but it's just not good. And I do still eat like out of measuring cups. Like if I'm gonna have ice cream, it's usually a little bit, but there are times when I'm like, well, that was a little bit, so let's have a little bit more, you know? So, I mean, just, it has not been great. And that old Halo Top ice cream hadn't been cutting it lately, so I've been back to my Bluebell, which I love, but it's very fattening. So yes, I do eat it in small quantities, but still, it's just not good. It's good, it's not good. So that's been a struggle. I had been doing Spanish on Duolingo, and I finally I got tired of it. I mean, I like Spanish, don't get me wrong. I just don't have the wherewithal to do it at the end of a night that's busy, and I just feel like if I can't do it every day, I just kind of can do something else that I will be able to do. So I've really been into doodling, if you're familiar with like bullet journaling. Not that I'm bullet journaling, I'm really not, but I'm more just learning how to doodle, just to draw and to pair that with my hand lettering that I've been doing. So those are my things, my little hobbies that I've been into right now. I'm trying to think of what else. So, okay, I'll move on to homeschool stuff. We got through the first chunk of time, and then we got to a week-long break. We took a little road trip and went to see my husband's grandma. On the way back, we saw my sister. We actually, the last day, hit up a children's museum, and on the way over there, on the way back, we watched Liberty Kids and Magic School Bus some of the time. So I counted the Children's Museum and the Magic School Bus and history videos as part of a school day. So yay, I think we took a school day off the end of our school year. That's wonderful. Let's see. We got guinea pigs. I think I told you about that in the last video, but the kids were really excited about that. I am highly allergic to, I don't know if it's just the guinea pigs or the hay, but pretty much cannot handle them without a total allergy flare-up. It's not pretty. So I've been trying to back out of, I was like really involved at first, and you know, I would cut up their vegetables. Now I have the kids preparing their vegetables and bringing them to them. You know, I had hoped to have like a little relationship with the guinea pigs, but I can't do it. Like yesterday we cleaned out their cage, and I help whoever kid it is, it's their turn to clean it out, and I help them, and I had a full-blown allergy attack yesterday. So you know, I'm going to love them from a distance. The kids love them. They love to have their friends come over and hold them and all that. So they've been enjoying the guinea pigs, and I think the guinea pigs are mostly happy living here in this noisy, chaotic house, but I think it's been a good thing overall. Let's see what else. We had a Class Dojo tea party on week 5, which was fun for the kids. We had it at night so my husband could be there, and we had hot chocolate instead of tea because we drink like sweet tea, iced tea, if we were going to drink it. I really don't even make tea, but if I was going to do it, it wouldn't be in a teapot hot. It would be in a pitcher and you pour it over ice. So I don't really make that because to me that's a sugar drink, because the way we sweeten tea, it's like a cup of sugar per pitcher, or maybe a little less now, but like in the past, whenever my family would make it, that's how you made it. So we don't do that anymore. We drink water. So having hot chocolate was a treat, and drinking out of teacups together, that was a treat. I bought little cakes for them to have after supper, and I pretty much made like a snacky sandwich, like finger foods type dinner for our tea party. It was a good time. So we did that. Look, I have not been consistent on much in life. Haven't been consistent with Weight Watchers. Class Dojo, we are very hit or miss with it. Just because if it's a bad day, it's pretty much like a day that I can't even get to that because it's that bad. And we've had a few bad days between the toddler giving up the pacifier. I forced her to give it up because she was throwing these really long fits whining for her pacifier. So I finally one day just had enough and said, I'm not doing any more of that. We're done with it. They're gone. No more pacifiers. And I rounded them all up and put them out of sight, and she has not had any since. But that was like a long week of, you know how it is. If you've gotten rid of a pacifier before, that was a couple weeks ago. And then this past week, one of my older kids was just a handful, a good bit at the time. So it's been challenging. We have had soccer practice going on, and we're about to get into like the game time. So like think 2, 3, or 4 days a week of games like a lot. So that's just tiring. So the things that I have been consistent with, I have consistently been practicing hand lettering just because I enjoy that, and been using it to memorize scripture and just for fun. That's what I've been doing for fun and kind of like my outlet. That and like doodling, that kind of thing. I've consistently been planning for homeschool. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go sit down with my planner and just kind of look at all the books we have to work with, see where we're at. I know last week we didn't finish as much science as I wanted us to finish. Kind of was what it was. Really, it's the experiments that I just have a hard time fitting in. That fun element it needs to happen. It's just hard to make it happen. But I want to make it happen. So we're just going to revisit that next week. I'm going to see what we missed. Pretty much to be able to finish where I wanted to finish with science, we have to cover at least one lesson a week. Just the way I kind of do it is we try to do the reading part of the science and then the experiment part of the science. And just for whatever reason, I can't remember what we had going on. There was something I had to go do this week. I can't remember what it was. But it kind of derailed some school time in there. So, I can't remember what that was. Oh well. Some crazy event in life. And then this past Friday, I had planned, this was not a school day, but I had planned, we loaded everyone up in the car or the van, got ready to go to this field trip exhibit that they have at another place. We were going to go look at this, it's like who was in the world wars that are from our area kind of thing, and how that affected our area, I guess. And got all loaded up in the van and went to leave, and I had a flat tire. So we just turned right back around, went back in the house, and cleaned house, which was fine. But that was kind of like a bummer. But I can't remember where I was going with that. I need a nap, but I'm going to plan for homeschool instead. So that is kind of where we're at. We're still doing Everett's writing aid and his brain training. I've seen some improvement in general in him. There are times when his attitude toward writing has been a little bit better. His attitude toward the writing 8 exercise has not been great, but that is to be expected. But there have been a few times when he's expressed like, like writing's not so bad. He also, a little bit, I almost wonder if I've been played a little bit, because he turned in some spelling work to me the other day and I was like, I'm not accepting that. You're gonna have to write neater than that. Just no, that's not acceptable. And I told him, I said, what I want you to do is write each spelling word one time on this other page neatly, right? Neatly. And the difference between the two, I was like, are you kidding me? You can write this good? You need to write this good all the time. Like, that is what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to encourage him just to do what he can do more often. But just in general, when he is writing on his own, knowing that he's not being graded and all that, like a note to a friend or different things he does during play, there is still a major glitch between the words he uses and the spelling of them. So yeah, we're still working on the writing thing and just trying to improve that little by little. So that is kind of where we are with school right now. So far I would say that our curriculum is working for us for the most part. Teaching textbooks is great. We have loved the Do Right Bible Study from Not Consumed. I highly recommend it. The scripture verses that we've worked on have been, we're still working on this big long scripture passage we've started, but they're doing really excellently with that. I'm going to stick on here Aaliyah. I did not know my 2-year-old was listening when we're doing our memorization, but obviously she was, because she even has learned it, and I didn't even know she knew it. We were kind of going around, their grandma was visiting us the other day, and we were going around the table, and all the big kids were telling her the scripture verse that they, like, as much as they knew. And when they were done, she started saying it, and I'm like, wow, like, I did not know she knew that. So I'll put that in the end of this, and just maybe some other little clips if I can find some things that I would think you might think are interesting. And feel free to leave some comments down below. Let me know how you're doing with school and where you're at with it. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to put them down there, and I will get back to you on that. And I thank you for watching. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Boss, parrot, I want to go outside.
Okay, say your scripture and then you can go.
Well, boss, parrot, got the fly.
And you will not.
Got the fly.
And you will not gratify the.
Got the fly. Fast. Fast.
You will not gratify the desires.
I want fly.
For the desires of the.
Green.
Hang on. For the desires of the flesh are.
The spirit.
And the desires of the spirit.
The bus.
Good job. Show me how you make an E.
Wait, Sophie. Wait.
Do we have to start over a million times?
Start over.
Okay, show me how you make one. Say down, across, across, across. Good job. Oh, we love extra crosses just because, huh?
Wait, done.
That's a bunch of crosses.